Hi Clara. You remember Alex, right? Of course you do. He's been my person for so long. We were childhood friends, we grew up together, and for the past 4 years, we've been together. Everything was perfect. Or at least I thought it was. I certainly do remember him. When he got that job opportunity abroad last year, I told him to go. I wanted to be supportive, even though it hurt like hell. It was his dream job, and I didn't want to be the reason he stayed behind and regretted it. At first, we tried. We really did. We called each other every day, sent texts all the time. But over time, things changed. He became so consumed with his new life. His calls became less frequent, and when we did talk, he seemed distant. I felt like I was talking to someone I barely knew anymore. I was still here, holding on, but I could feel him slipping away. That must have been hard. It was. It still is, but then, I met Ethan. He's new at my job, and we started talking after a project. At first, it was just small talk, you know. But then, we began spending more time together, lunch breaks, chatting after work. He was going through his own breakup, and we kind of connected. And I tried to keep it strictly as friends. I kept telling myself that Alex was still the one I loved, the one I was waiting for. But Ethan, he was there for me in a way that Alex hadn't been for months. He listened. He noticed things about me that I had forgotten. I didn't mean for it to happen, but I started to look forward to seeing him. He made me feel like I mattered. That's not something you can just ignore. No, it's not, but then, out of the blue, Alex came back. He showed up at my apartment with flowers, thinking he was surprising me. And he did, completely. I hadn't heard from him in days, and suddenly, he's standing at my door, like nothing's changed. I was shocked, honestly. I let him in, and we talked. At first, it felt good to see him, but something was off. We laughed and caught up, but the connection, it was different. By the end of the day, he finally asked me if we were still the same. And I didn't know how to answer him. I told him that a lot had changed. And it had. I wasn't sure if we still fit together. He said he had come back because he still loved me, because he wanted to make things right, but I didn't know if that was enough anymore. What did he say to that? He was hurt, obviously. But he didn't push. He told me he understood, that he felt the distance too. It wasn't just me who had changed, he had changed as well. I could see the pain in his eyes, but it was like we were both holding on to something that wasn't there anymore. And then there's Ethan. He's been so good to me, Clara. He's been there when Alex wasn't, and now I don't know what to do. I still love Alex, but part of me has already started moving on. So, what do you want? Who do you see yourself with? That's the thing, I don't know. I want to believe that Alex and I can fix things, but I'm scared. I'm scared that the distance has already done its damage. And then there's Ethan. And I can't ignore how he's made me feel. You're at a crossroads. It's not about who you owe your past to, it's about who you see in your future. You need to think about who's there for you now, and who you can see yourself growing with. Don't let guilt or fear make the decision for you. You're right. I need time to figure it out.